Guys, I gotta level with you all. I haven't been myself in weeks. I haven't been talking to any of my friends. I haven't been eating normally. I haven't been playing Smash Brothers normally. I haven't been doing anything except play Muse Dash. And you might be looking at me, or I guess maybe more like you're looking at the video in front of you, and you might be wondering, what on earth is this and why should I care? Mr. The Board, I only subscribe to your channel for your mediocre Smash Brothers videos. Why are you making me look at this weeaboo trash? And look, I get it. You probably don't want to see this. You probably don't care about this at all. But you know what? This isn't about you guys. Well, I mean, it's always about you guys. But this is for me. Okay? This is my intervention. This is my ANA meeting. Like, hi, my name is Thomas the Board, and I'm addicted to Muse Dash. This is what this is right now. I need to get this off my chest. I need to find a solution to this problem because I'm addicted. Okay? So, let me just bring you guys all back to how this started. And hopefully I can talk myself into a solution. Because, like, you guys can't, like, really talk back to me while I'm doing the video. I mean, you could tell me in the comments, but it'll be over by that point. So, anyway. It all started a few weeks ago with the dawn of the Steam summer sale. Lord Gaben came bearing his usual gifts of absurdly discounted games. So, you know, I had to get in on that. I got $50 out of my pocket, and I decided to buy a few games that I could get my hands on. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, that recently came out. I gotta get that. Shantae, Half Genie Hero, been meaning to play that for like over a year now, so I grabbed it. And those two games, you know, ran me up nearly to my $50 limit already, so I decided I'm just going to get one more game that's really cheap, doesn't cost a lot of money, and I'll probably just play for like an hour and be done with it. And the game that I found was, as you might have guessed, Muse Dash. And I couldn't tell you exactly why this game just stood out to me, because I didn't know what this game was. I didn't realize that it already existed for a few years on mobile devices. I didn't know that there was a Switch port. I didn't know anything about this game other than one. I saw anime girls in a cute and fun art style. And that's, you know what, no, that's just it. That's all I knew about it. I bought the game, and I figured I'd play it first because, you know, it's just like it was a $3 game that I got off Steam. What was I supposed to expect? I was thinking I would just play it for an hour or two, maybe make a fun video out of it, and be done. I can move on with my life. I can play the games that I actually went to the Steam summer sale for. 2 weeks later now, as I'm recording this, I still have not even touched those other two games, because Muse Dash has sucked away my entire life. If I had to describe Muse Dash in just a few words, you know Beat Saber? Well, just imagine that, except it's not in VR, and it has waifus, and it's a 2D side-scroller. And yeah, that's basically Muse Dash. And you know what? It's friggin' fantastic. I love it. I can't get enough of it. This is the type of game that really just kind of kicks your butt the moment you step forward. Like, even the tutorial. It's not hard, but if you don't do well in it, the game doesn't care. It's just like, oh, well, do you understand how to play now? Do you understand how to do this stuff? No? Well, tough luck. Sink or swim. That's the way of natural selection. And I appreciate that, because, you know, I've actually played a video game before in my life. I don't really need my handheld, Mom. Despite that, this is a deceptively easy game, especially right in the beginning. The early stages in this game are what I can only describe as baby hour. Like, actual children could clear these early game stages, and it makes you feel overconfident. It makes you feel like you can take on anything in this game. So then you start playing some of the later stages and ramping up the difficulty in some of the earlier ones, and you start to realize you're actually not that good. And even though it's still very easy to, you know, actually clear each stage, you start getting lesser and lower rankings, and that's when the true addictive nature of Muse Dash really shines through. Because it's not about just beating the stages and listening to each song, which, you know, all the stages and songs are pretty killer. Now, the goal is to be as perfect as possible. Knock back all the enemies with perfect timing, getting the highest score you possibly can. And it's just this giant addiction machine where you just keep playing and playing over and over again, finally trying to get that perfect win. And you just can't do it because, as short as the songs are, you are just bound to mess up. You're bound to make one little oopsie at some point, and it's so devastating each time. Like, I seriously can't imagine that anyone aside from a pro rhythm game player, like the kinds you would see at a Japanese arcade, only they, I think, could actually feasibly get perfects on these stages consistently without any problems. We're looking down on us peasants who are just not as good as them, with disdain in their eyes. But hey, you know what? That's all fine. It's all good, because the developers actually thought of this. They knew that some of these stages would be physically impossible for a lot of people. They knew the average human being could not possibly take on this kind of level of challenge, and most people wouldn't even try. Most people would give up. So they came up with a solution, okay? Listen to this very closely. This is going to change the way we perceive and play rhythm games from now until the end of time. As I just mentioned, Pero Games knew that not everybody would be up to the task of completing some of the hardest stages. In fact, most people would just look at that and say, nah, I ain't doing that. But with the help of some of the greatest minds of our time, they developed a secret weapon that would not only allow players to beat these stages with perfect precision, but would help them achieve a higher level of understanding in the universe itself. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you your new one true god, Sleepy Rin. To the untrained eye, Sleepy Rin is deceptively harmless. One might even mistakenly call her adorable. Little do such people know the true power that this one sleepy girl possesses. Using master-level genetic engineering, trained by Buddhist monks in the arts of meditation, and armed with a pillow constructed by rocket scientists, Sleepy Rin has achieved a permanent state of ultimate coziness that allows her to have a completely empty mind and reach a higher state of being than any mortal. In fact, she is on such a higher plane of existence that any who witness her are temporarily granted her insane power and become able to clear any stage in Muse Dash perfectly with seemingly no effort whatsoever. I mean, just have a look at what I'm doing here. Sleepy Rin's so powerful, she made me able to control the game with just my mind. I don't even have to touch the keyboard. And now it looks like it's just, some super powerful AI computer thing that's just playing the game for me. But this is just like god witchcraft and whatever. I'm just really good now because of Sleepy Rin. Thanks, Sleepy Rin. You're the best.